It was a day I had dreamed of for years, but now that it had arrived, I felt a strange mixture of pride, excitement, and nervousness. The crisp morning air carried the scent of fresh flowers from the gardens surrounding the university campus. Students and their families milled about, their faces alight with joy, anticipation, and a touch of anxiety. I stood in the middle of it all, clutching my acceptance letter as if it were a golden ticket to a new world. My parents walked beside me, beaming with pride. My mother had insisted on taking dozens of photos, and my father had given me a speech about how this was the first step toward building a successful future. I smiled and nodded, but in truth, my mind was elsewhere. I couldn't stop thinking about the journey that had brought me here and the unknown path ahead. The matriculation ceremony was held in a grand hall, its high ceilings adorned with intricate frescoes and crystal chandeliers. Rows of chairs were neatly arranged, and a podium stood at the front, where distinguished faculty members were seated. As I took my place among the other new students, I couldn't help but feel a surge of awe. This was at the beginning of something life-changing. The ceremony began with a stirring speech from the university president, who spoke of the values of education, perseverance, and the importance of contributing to society. His words resonated deeply, reminding me of the late nights spent studying, the sacrifices my family had made, and the dreams I had dared to chase. As the roll call began, each student was invited to step forward, sign the matriculation book, and officially become a part of the university's legacy. When my name was called, I felt a rush of adrenaline. Walking up to the podium, I felt every eye in the room on me. My heart pounded, but I kept my head high. As I signed my name, a wave of pride washed over me. This was no longer just a dream, it was my reality. After the ceremony, there was a reception on the lawn, where students mingled and got to know each other. I met people from all walks of life: an aspiring physicist who spoke with infectious enthusiasm, an artist with dreams of opening her own gallery, and a future lawyer who already had the confidence of someone ready to argue in court. Their stories inspired me and made me feel a part of something much bigger than myself. That evening, as I walked back to my dormitory, the weight of the day began to settle. The excitement of the ceremony had faded into a quiet sense of determination. I sat by my window, looking out at the campus bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun. I thought about the challenges that lay ahead: the long nights, the difficult exams, and the inevitable moments of doubt. But I also thought about the opportunities, the friendships yet to be formed, and the person I would become by the time I graduated. The day of my matriculation was more than just a ceremony, it was a turning point. It was the day I stepped into a world of endless possibilities, ready to learn, grow, and make my mark. As I closed my eyes that night, I felt a sense of gratitude and an uncheckable resolve. This was the beginning of my story, and I was ready to write it.